So yeah, let's start this. Would you like to continue your last game? Sure.
Huh.
Let's see what do I have. Cheap bracelet. I think there's an item we can buy at the bazaar or something that gives us a. There we go. Let me check the audio levels for this. Okay. I think that's good. Anyways, I think there's an item we can get at the bazaar that'll up our defense some more, so maybe we'll have a better chance against these guys. So I'm gonna withdraw, like, I don't even, it's an expensive item, so I think it's like 500 or something like that.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm gonna do, just grab $500, you know, like, 13-year-old kid walking around with $500 in his pocket. Draw. Probably don't even need that much. Gosh, cars. I'm trying to like adjust the audio on my side while playing the game. It's not working. Hold on.
Are you still at the first town?
No, it's hold on. Alright. No, it's second.
Right.
I'm assuming local guy. But thankfully, or at least we know we're tough enough to just beat these randos.
Huh.
I think it's... I think it's this guy. Oh no, this is... Yeah, this isn't the guy. This guy? Yeah, here it is. The Jamaican guy. Ah, I meant to equip it there. Wait a minute. Guess. Oh yeah. Bracelet. Yeah. That's the one thing that this game, like, as I guess typically RPG-ish this game is, does have a couple of shortcuts that are really appreciated that you don't see in other RPG games at the time, like allowing to both equip your items immediately after buying them, and also allowing you to sell the item that you previously had equipped immediately afterwards.
Yeah.
But I kind of skipped that on accident.
Huh.
Let's sell this cheap bracelet. Alright then, let's walk back to the ATM machine. Because I don't want to go fighting exploding trees with $200. Because if I die, it won't end well. There. Oh, not withdrawn.
There are the ATMs in, like, its own room.
Yeah, seriously. It's like it's a trap, almost. You, like, touch the ATM and a freaking metal sheet closes over the door. It was really Gygus all along. Which is funny because, in EarthBound 0, there's actually a thing where it's like the owner of a hotel or whatever is actually a Starman in disguise.
Huh.
And you only know it after sleeping at the hotel. Alrighty. So let's walk all the way back to, the, Grateful Dead Valley. Which is the actual name, or it's not called Grateful Dead, it's called Grateful Dead in the Japanese version. In this version, it's called Peaceful Rest.
Yeah?
Because Grateful Dead is the name of a, like a band. And they didn't want to have to deal with, like, legal issues having a band name be in an area in the game. So they just changed it to Peaceful Rest.
I'm so sorry for all this coughing.
I don't think it's picking up too bad. If it is, then someone will complain about it. Looks like... yeah, no one's shown up yet, okay. Forgot that I needed to pull the chat up. Woo! I can finally one-hit these, sprouts. Speaking of one-hit, I recently watched, kind of anime that was making the rounds last year or the year before last or something called One Punch Man.
It? Right?
And I watched that, and it's pretty freaking good. I liked it a lot.
Huh. I don't know. I know a little bit about it, but
yeah, it's pretty good. It's basically about a guy named Saitama who wants to become a superhero, and so he trains really hard for 3 whole years, and he becomes a superhero. But unfortunately, he's become such a superhero that he's so OP that he can only hit, like, he can only defeat enemies in 1 hit. Meaning, like, no matter how hard he tries, nothing is a challenge. And he's super bored. So it's basically just... it almost looks like it's supposed to be a parody of, like, shonen protags. And how shonen protags can't lose no matter how hard they try, unless it's arbitrary. But at the same time, it actually becomes something a bit more than just, like, a parody on OP superheroes. Actually sort of, like, delves into the life of what a character like this would actually be like. And it's just really good. And it's short, too. It's only, 12 episodes. Which is great, because I have 0 attention span, or patience with anime. Well, we've gotten farther than we have. Right. So let's use healing. Get rid of this cold that we take damage from, because RPG. No, I didn't. Travel channel. We already let's check. Yeah, we already have one of these. Trying to avoid as many enemies as possible, because it gets a little crazy. Okay, luck capsule. Let's go into goods. Kind of want. Throw away skip sandwich. And use it. Yeah. Basically, there's things called capsules in this game, which work essentially like the items in Pokemon that give your Pokemon stats like a permanent boost.
Yeah.
Like calcium, I think strengthens, iron strengthens defense or whatever. If you give a Pokemon iron, its defense permanently goes up by 1. Well, there's things like this in this game as well. Put up here. Freaking another butterfly. I wonder who made this bridge impassable. Why would someone do this? Cried. Also, something I forgot to mention. How about this grape juice water? It's literally freaking grape juice. Well, not really, but close enough. There is an oak. Number one thing I'm going to avoid is oaks. Let's just throw in that. Technically, don't even need this bomb, but whatever. Go away, tree. Oh, there's no. Wasn't even. The old off-screen trick. Gotta love it. Yeah, here we go. Freaking dead end. What the frick? There's 2 of them! Oh,
what?
man. There's 2 of those oaks. I'm just waiting there.
Oh boy.
I do not want. Really do not want.
Isn't that one of those things that'll one-shot you?
It has the ability to if it explodes and I let it sit there. Thankfully, because of the rolling health meter mechanic, it can only do about... If you're, like, really fast, it may only do about 70 damage, but that's still 70 damage if you let it sit there.
Yeah.
And so basically, it explodes, it causes critical damage when it does so. And so unless you're clicking real fast, or clicking, you know, pressing A real fast, it could kill you. So it's basically just in the battle as fast as possible after that.
Yeah.
Also notice that interesting shack over there.
What is it?
It's, frick.
Does it just look weird?
No, it's actually, what we need to go to, because that's where they're keeping Paula. Well, we technically don't know that yet. Surprised we have not had to fight a single oak so far. Oh. And those like freaking diamond-shaped things that keep flying around.
Yeah.
Those things are spinning robos, and they're kind of bad early on. Ness needs a couple more levels in order to be able to confidently take those things on. So I'm also avoiding those. And they're also extremely fast. And here's a rare encounter. Holy crap, 2 of them?
Huh.
There's a rare encounter in this tunnel. This is the only enemy who appears in this tunnel. And it's just a regular coil snake. And at this point in the game, you destroy them.
Huh.
And so that's why they're trying to get away, but this one, I guess, got stuck on the terrain. Freaking 3, are you kidding me?
One XP.
Yeah, it's not even... it's not even anything worth beating. So, think freaking Mr. Etoy for implementing the fast battle mechanic.
Yeah.
Welcome to Happy Happy Village. Here's a mole guy. An old mole. Certainly stronger than when you were walking around. What? Have you ever suddenly got the message you won? It's basically just explaining the quick battle system. Anyways, this is the fantastic, happiest town ever called Happy Happy. And that's an enemy. There's enemies in this town, and... Oh snap! Aiden's here, hey! Yep, welcome to Blue KKK Town! Instead of hating all African American peoples, they hate anyone who doesn't wear or enjoy the color blue. Which is definitely a lot more encompassing. Oh, frick. Excuse me, tourist. I'm collecting donations to help protect the world from contaminants. Donate whatever you can. Incredible! I can't believe people exist who have no money at all. Blue, blue. One day, Mr. Carpenter received a revelation. He now speaks the real truth. Carpenter's the head of this town, though I think everyone kind of already knows that after the freaking EarthBound multitasking. We wanted to join the Happy Happy religious group. We're a married couple from Tucson. Our child is waiting for us in Tucson. As a souvenir, we'd like to bring him some happiness. All these suckers suckered into this idiocy. You don't seem to understand, so I'll explain it to you. When the world is changed blue, a peaceful country can be established. You understand now? No. Though you don't understand, someday you will. You might misunderstood what I have to say, but Carpenter's voice affects one's mind like a hypnotist. There was like one guy who just said, I'm not happy, but I'm just gonna go with it. I think there's someone who says something like that, but I can't remember if that's true or if I just imagined it, but I think it was one of the happy guys inside the main cultist building. It's the famous Happy Happyism counseling office. When you obtain happiness, you should visit the Happy Happyism headquarters. It's located at the center of the village. I like how they spray painted even the palm tree blue. I can't be happy for plants. Heard many footprints exist deep down in the East Cave. People call that place Silly Footsteps. It makes them feel uneasy. Yeah, it is pretty hard until you get Jeff. And it's still kind of hard until you get Jeff to make good stuff when his IQ gets high enough. And then he's a total beast. I'm monitoring those who don't pay at the food stand. I wonder what happens if I don't pay. I don't think I ever actually found out, but let's see. So in this town, the only way we can call our dad is via payphone. So let's withdraw a $1. Also, let's talk to this lady. information on the back of the refreshing herb reads as follows. Catch a cold, if you're ill, or if you can't seem to heal. If you're poisoned, if you're depressed, a refreshing herb is the real deal. That one seems pretty iffy, but you should give it a try. Sounds like placebo effect. Cause I don't know if an herb can cure depression. If so, then please. So you're down 67 million XPs until the next level. Continue. No wonder they are easy. It's like Sophic monster. Yeah. They're uneasy. Oh yeah, the bears suck. But I'll probably grind super... like, a whole bunch. It's cold, wee! It's funny, if I was playing EarthBound 0, that joke would be even more obvious. Cause, there's a location EarthBound 0 just like there is in, this game known as Magicant, which is like a magical fairyland inside one's mind. And there's actually, like, there's just plants growing in the Magicant in like, EarthBound 0 or Mother 1 or whatever the frick you want to call it today. That is literally just labeled, it is weed. Only it doesn't look like marijuana, but it's still just called, its item name is just weed. Wait, what? Huh. It's only select cash card. Blue, I wish for everything in this world to become blue. I painted everything blue, Mr. Carpenter said. My wife who had run out on me returned home. But did she actually return home, or did she just tell you that? Since meager living farm, lodgings available. Psst, psst, psst. That overweight kid helped me. We kidnapped Kumat. Oh, she's hidden in a mountain cabin. Oh no, I've done it. I thought you were one of us. You know, I was just joking. Haha, just forget about this. Ooh, spooky noise. There's a happy guy. I'm just a plain old cow, but Mr. Carpenter's messages always move me. Huh. Magicant in this game or EarthBound 0? Because in EarthBound 0, you spend a frick ton of time in Magicant. Holy crap. EarthBound 0, like, a good, like, quarter of the game is in Magicant. In this game, you only go to Magicant once, and then you leave. But in EarthBound 0, you basically have access to it. You just gotta go to the location, just open the thing, and then there you are. But in this game, after you leave Magicant, then that's that. I'm not sure, boing. Friends in Valley behind 3, ding ding. And that was our first introduction to the famous Mr. Saturn. Ah, frick. Why does he wear a mask? I think it might be a slasher film reference or something like that, considering how much this game likes to occasionally reference Western pop culture. And yeah, there is a boss that is just a fish. It's just a random fish for no reason. And I think it's optional too, so you don't have to fight it. You spend a lot of time, because after you get Lloyd in that game, which is basically that game's version of Jeff, he's weak as frick. Like, incredibly weak. Like, so weak, it is very bad. I don't like it. And basically, so then you want to go to Magicant so you can deck him out with good stuff, because Magicant's the place that sells all the good items in the whole game, I kid you not. So you basically have to go there at that point. But leaving Magicant with Lloyd is no easy task, because he'll basically die from anything that hits him at this point, and you have to just grind and grind to the point where he won't die while you're trying to leave Magicant. And it's absolute madness. I downloaded the, I stopped playing the game at that point and downloaded the user, fan-made patch that helps the grinding be a little bit better by balancing the game more so you get more XP, and some enemies aren't as hard. So I actually felt compelled to use a patch on the game to make it easier because I was so freaking done. And it worked. It was a lot easier to get Lloyd out of Magicant. Are you kidding me? I still have to fight these guys? I'm gonna point out something about Threed. Was one of them about its original Japanese name, which is Threek, which actually makes more sense because it's like a scary town, so it's like Shriek, but also the third town. Wait a minute, I just killed one of those. Who? Are you Lucas? Lucas, I'm so glad it's you. I had a dream that a boy named Lucas was my destiny. I know it's hard to believe, therefore I knew you'd rescue me. If you didn't come, I would have had to try to bust out of here. You can't open the door. You'll have to get the key from Carpainter. He's got it hidden away. I heard Carpainter can control lightning. In that case, you should wear this Franklin badge, okay? But do you want to get fried by lightning? Get rid of something so I can give you the Franklin badge. Oh yeah, right. Just this croissant. 60. What's hamburger? 100% beef. I'll drop that. Wait a minute, if the hamburger is 100% beef, then what the frick's the patty made out of? More beef? Or not the patty, the buns. It's just like a freaking lump of meat. So if you go to a hotel and sleep in a room, and the window out of the hotel room, outside it shows it all sunny before you remove the zombies, and it's dark. Oh wow, I never noticed that, but I know exactly what you're talking about. That sounds like an oversight. They just used typical hotel thing, and they didn't even think about how the whole town's shrouded in darkness. Yeah, because usually those are like made out of a mixture of ground beef, or at least the ones that they sell at like McDonald's is usually beef and pork and stuff. But also just in general, hamburger beef doesn't really make sense, but it's the norm. Anyways, Porky's here. Hey Lucas, if you're just here to bother me, aren't you? You can call me Master Porky, or Pokey, or whatever. I got mixed up with the Mother 3 there for a second. Since Mr. Carpainter made me an important person at Happyism, you should join us. But I know you won't. Glad I joined. Not going to fight you, but these guys will. Later, potato. Alrighty then. And so now we get our first real introduction to these guys. And they aren't that powerful, really. And then for some reason, I don't know if it's like a random encounter, or if it's a thing that just happens every time, like it's like just what it's supposed to be. There's a spiteful crow in this battle, and I've never had a spiteful crow not be there. So I don't know if it's just the game spawning a spiteful crow like a regular encounter and it just happening to like, enter as soon as the encounter starts. Or if it's actually programmed to there to actually be, Spiteful Crow in the fight. Because I don't really understand why it'd be there in the first place, unless it too is promoting happyism. And there he goes. Running like Eggman. No, I think it's just the same sprite for those windows. And yeah. Yeah, like, what I think they did is they just used the typical palette and didn't feel necessary to change it. They were like, maybe no one will notice. Alright, well, we could use a life up or whatever. Let me see what happens when I fail to pay at the stupid shop. What's this? Just check. Feel free to shop here. What would you like to buy? Oh, I don't even have room for stuff. Hold on. Another thing this game suffers from in the beginning is inventory space. It's so much better when you get 2 people, but not a whole lot.
Huh.
Because look, we got a pencil eraser, we got a freaking Franklin badge, we got a croissant. What do you need a croissant for? Hamburger doesn't heal as much, so let's drop that. Let's get a fresh egg. I noticed you didn't pay. Unassuming local guy, you will die. No, it's a present. I don't want the toothbrush thing, so I'll just leave it. I just had trouble with Master Builds, and I realized just to buy bombs and spam them. Yeah, that's a thing you can do. Won this confrontation, but the good side of you mustn't ache with regret. Or must ache with regret. Not really, because I don't want to invest in this stupid cult. Unless it's for meme reasons, but it's not. Let's see. Okay, so we're just gonna stick around with this fresh egg in our pocket. And because something cool happens if we do so. So go ahead and save. Not.
It's hard to talk.
Yeah, if it's hard to talk, then just use text.
I'm sorry.
It's alright. I think I'm doing decent with the commentary.
Yeah.
So don't worry too much if you just want to use text. You can go ahead and use a life up here. You get chicken, sell chicken, buy more egg, get more chicken, buy more egg, get even more chicken, get even more money. Yes. The chicken exploit. But also it's kinda cute too, because you're just carrying around a chicken at that point. You're just walking around with a freaking chicken. And it also makes noises, which is freaking hilarious. But we'll know when the egg becomes a baby chicken. When you start hearing occasional noises. Yeah, it really is a cute mechanic. And I actually thought my game was broken at one point. Yep. See, you can kind of hear like little bird chirps. Now if we go into our stuff, it's a little chick. Let's use help. A chick that just hatched. Aww. There's also a inn in this place. We're all like one big happy family here in Happy Village. Basically, our policy is to only allow family members to stay here in the village. However, if you're interested in learning about happyism, we may make an exception for you staying for $50. Nah, never heard of such disrespect. Get out and stay up! Apparently, he didn't take too kindly about us not having $50. Apparently that was rather disrespectful. What does this guy say? Mr. Carpenter wants a girl. No, I don't mean it like that. I mean he's looking for a girl who can be the high priestess of happyism. I hear he's already got her. That's Paula. There's a healer guy just standing in a corner. Oh, wait, are you talking about the, guy from Summers who, if you defeat him, he'll occasionally drop a chick for no reason? Which I think is just a joke about him, quote-unquote, picking up chicks on the beach. Ha, only it's literal chickens. Shall I explain the system about hospital? Or the hospital system? The system about hospital? No. So if we had a fainted party member or whatever, we'd want to use this, but we're not going to. It's basically like a normal town in EarthBound, only super condensed. Anyways, frick, I wanted to read that down. You want to talk to Mr. Carpenter directly? You must think you're pretty important, and boy do you have a lot of nerve. You deserve to be struck by lightning. Interesting is that in the Japanese version of that dialogue, it's pretty much the same, though a little bit more intense. Instead of just saying you should be struck by lightning, she says you should be struck by lightning and die! And they removed the die part for obvious reasons. And here we have the Sea of Blue. Just a bunch of people in blue robes. And we gotta talk to them to get them to move out of our way. Oh, you'd like to be one of us? Then give up. Then give up what you're doing and meet the great Mr. Carpenter as soon as possible. So intense, I know, right? How dare they mention a normal function of human life that happens when most humans get struck by lightning. Oh, it's croissant. I don't even care. We got a chicken! It just sounds like a bunch of beep boops, because I guess they couldn't get a good chicken sound onto the already crammed cartridge of this thing. Considering this thing had to have, like, the biggest size of, cartridge available in order just to get it to run, because the whole game wouldn't fit on a typical SNES cartridge. Chicken. A real live chicken. Don't eat it, please. There's no eat command. Dang it. Cause in EarthBound 0, there is an eat command. And you can try to eat items like your baseball bat and whatever, but the game will say don't eat that. Alright, let's, is there anyone we can sell this to? Let's try checking. Nah, it's only a buy. Oh yeah, we can sell it at the shop. I'd keep the chicken around, but it's taking up my limited inventory space, and it also makes noises occasionally, and those can get annoying. Let's talk. Also, yeah, they've got a new item here. Forgot about that. So, chicken. 110. I think that MU Paradise got some of the ROMs took down like Cool ROM. That sucks. Let's get a sandlot bat. Sell that. What else have we got? Fry pan. Not frying pan, it is just a fry pan. It's for holding fries. Holmes hat. Let's get the Holmes hat. Unless... we could probably keep our Mr. Baseball cap for a while. The first time I played this game, I just kept it because I thought it was a cooler name than Holmes hat. So I assume it just makes Ness look like a detective if it actually showed the armor upgrades. The, no intro sets still have them. Wait, what are you talking about? The, like, ROMs and stuff? Oh, okay. Alright, so at least those things are still up. Let's deposit. Actually, let's deposit all of it except for $1. So we can save again. We wanted to play Pokemon ROM. I'd suggest, I don't know about Love ROMs, since after all, I don't really use it. But I'd suggest going to Dope ROMs, but with ad block. If you can get an ad block, which isn't that hard at all, I would go there because there was a couple of, like, really annoying ads, like, that was on Dope ROMs. And it's a little bit shadier looking, it's just got a typical blank white background. But every ROM I've gotten there has been legit and fine. Oh wait, blue. What? I'm blocking you. Okay, I'll move out of your way. Blue, I say, arm the torpedoes, full speed ahead, or something like that. So now I'll crush you. Oh my gosh! Freaking immediately, they consecutively call for more people. They don't do a whole lot of damage though. Smash. Oh my gosh, stop it. Here we go. Don't bother us, we're in the middle of prayer. Okay, I'll move out of your way. Go quickly. Prayer to blue. Blue, don't disrupt our meeting, I'll stomp on you. And get a couple of, maybe get to the next level by the time we finish these guys off. Heck yeah! Let's use a life helmet. Blue, I'll stand somewhere else. Lagoon Blue. What are you saying? I'm only capable of walking in place? That's not true, see? Green. Oops, that's not it. I'm still new at this. How do you screw up on that is what I'm wondering. Unless he's colorblind. But still, I don't understand how he screws up on knowing what the color blue is, and knowing that this whole religion is based around blue. Skip sandwich. Ah, frick, I don't want that, but whatever. Blue, blue. Hey you, anti-blue boy. You're getting on my nerves. But Ness has blue on his shirt and a little bit on his cap. They're amassing a horde. Remember when I was first playing EarthBound, there was like 7 sharks that all got called, and I was so close to walking away with the XP, but oh, that's horrible. Nothing like getting into I guess a chain battle in this game, and then losing all that XP because you died. Because chain battles, as annoying as they are, to just see an enemy do nothing but call for reinforcements. No matter how many you defeat, just each one you defeat, they just call for more. It is kind of annoying. But at least you get XP from it. Heard that whistling makes one smile. Practice over there. Blue, blue, whistling is hard. Blue, strange unmasked fellow, don't go to heaven. Which is interesting, because it's like they lampshaded the whole censoring thing by making it sound stupid, because the actual Japanese dialogue is basically he says go to hell. And so they were just like, let's make him say the opposite. Or a subdued version of the original thing. I think it's just a straight shot to Carpenter at this point, and whoa. There are 2 guys in the same space. No K. Yeah, there is no KYS, unfortunately. It's sad but true. But I don't know what these guys are doing, because there shouldn't be 2 overlapped. I don't think I ever saw that before. Blue, blue. Why would a person who's not blue be here? Blue, blue. You can't be happy unless you know happy is. Blue, blue. This should wake you up. Ah! I don't see the point of SOS battle in Pokemon Sun and Moon. Shinies is the only point. Literally the only point is just shinies. Because SOS battles, like, essentially, theoretically, you'd be able to chain them by using the, like, SOS bombs or whatever. The bombs that agitate the Pokemon and make them call for help more. And with each one, kind of like chain fishing in X and Y, where you basically, if you consecutively caught fish, you'd eventually like get to a point where the shiny rate goes up, and it's usually like incredibly small. It's like 1.8 bajillion. But the more you fish and the more consecutive you get fish on the line and don't get a hook off or whatever, you'll get a higher increased chance of shinies, and it works pretty much every single time. Same thing with the SOS battles, only it doesn't work as well. Because you'd be able to essentially just chain the chain the Pokemon, a new one shows up, you beat it, the next one calls for help, it just goes on and on. Eventually, a shiny one will show up, and you can just beat the regular one, and then catch the shiny one. But I've never had that happen. I tried to do that with, Execute, and, yeah, took forever, and I eventually just gave up. I think I was on chain 27. 27 Execute. And not even a single one of them was a shiny. So that could have just been my luck. Let's not save yet. I withdrawed, 50, so like... so I can go use the freaking inn before I do the battle of Carpenter. Got a shiny like early in the game when I first played X, or first played Pokemon, which was X. Oh. And but I didn't know it was shiny, and I killed it. Oh, my cat's name, Chloe. Oh my gosh! You guys saw that, right? It was at the bottom of the screen. The dude was standing on a tree. That's amazing. That's like one time I saw a shark just stuck in a live pole. He was just skewered there. No matter how hard he tried to run away, he was forever stuck in the live pole. But yeah, my cat's name is Chloe, and that sucks about the shiny. If I might have found a shiny in a Pokemon, like, I might have found a shiny at some point in Pokemon, but then killed it, like in Platinum when that was my first game. So I don't know. But I'll forget again. I'll just remind you. Whenever he decides to be loud and obnoxious. What am I doing? Oh yeah, freaking using this. However, if you're interested, we may make an exception for $50. To chant blue blue. Not. Oh boy, it's a cliff! Hold on. I've never seen one of these made. Oh, my cat's name, Chloe. Oh, heck yeah! Anyways, that's cool. I think the clip feature is like a new thing, because I occasionally get notifications when I go on Twitch that's like, a popular clip has been made of Vinny Vinesauce, or whatever. And it'll be like him just a really funny moment in the stream or whatever. But I think that's a new thing that they did, because I don't remember that being a thing. Anyways, let's try to avoid these guys so we can get to Carpenter with full health and full power points. But yeah, speaking of like shiny Pokemon really early in the game, in Pokemon Sun and Moon is when I found, like, the only shiny Pokemon I found in Sun and Moon was at the very start of the game, like in the first 3 hours at least. And I just was just walking around in grass, because I was originally looking for a Rockruff, but I was doing it in the wrong location. I was like, well, where's the frick is Rockruff? I want him for my team. Because I didn't want to catch any of the, like, regular Pokemon, because there's a lot of just regular first-gen, second-gen Pokemon, because there's not a whole lot of Alolan Pokemon in the game anyways. But I was trying to get, like, an all-Alolan team, so I didn't have to have any of the old Pokemon. Because there's nothing wrong with them, I just want to see some of the new Pokemon. So I was, like, looking around for Rockruff in the wrong location, I might add. And just randomly encountered a shiny Spearow. I was like, holy frick! And so I caught it. I think I named it something lame, like, Sparkly or something like that. I usually name shinies after, like, glittery things. Because it's kind of obligatory. But I caught that, and so far that's the only shiny. And if you don't know, shiny Spearow and Fearow are both green, so it's just green color. Not too special, but different from the regular version. Oh yeah, it's these guys. Who can restore PP with water? Ha 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 ha. Oh, that's great. High quality joke. I see what fricked up. These guys are supposed to be, like, running around in a circle formation, like so. And I think I, like, walked into the area too soon or some crap, and it caused them to stop. And so that's what caused those two to, like, occupy the same space. Become a singularity. I screamed, because I didn't know what else to do. So this room is intensely blue. And here we have it, Carpainter, with the Mani Mani statue behind him, the source of his power. And I think if you all watched the multitasking mayhem version of EarthBound, you also remember him as Kargaroc, in which he was green. The best thing. I was waiting for you. I need your assistance to help make the world blue and change it into a happy and peaceful society. Maybe you're my right-hand assistant? Nope. If you don't want to be my right hand, my left hand would do just fine. Just kidding. Your existence is a problem for me and my religion. Defy me and I'll end your pitiful game. Carpainter's lightning was reflected by the Franklin badge. Mr. Carpainter attacked. Crash, boom, bang attack. It didn't hit anyone. Get trying to life up. Don't you dare. Defeated himself with his own zappies. Do you see the Mani Mani statue behind me? Since I got that statue, I've been doing peculiar things. I cannot say words to you. Please forgive me if you can. I just want to have a normal life. Wanted to have a normal— That's not a freaking normal life! Painting things blue is not a normal life! I apologize to everyone. Here's the key to open the jail in the mountain cabin where Kumat is being held. Take the key and go. Your backpack is full. You should take this even if you need to throw one of your items away. Alright, yeah, we got that. I don't want this. Blah 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 blah. Give key. When the game steals your left-hand joke and you're not happy about making, but got— Oh, yeah. So I probably would have made a stupid joke like that. What about the left hand? The game just steals it. Because the EarthBound writers are too clever. Alright, so now we can go save Kumat. Which, I don't know, is this your first time showing up for the EarthBound stream, Aiden? I think so. But I named everyone after, Mother 3 characters. But Kumatora didn't fit on the character space, so she was named Kumat instead. Looks like most everyone woke up and left.
Fun fact, the EarthBound stream almost ended.
Holy crap, serious?
Well, remember last time there was that glitch?
Oh yeah! Yeah! Fun fact! The stream almost ended. It was only gonna be one part long. Because there was a glitch that happened. And it wasn't recorded. It was half recorded on, Kargaroc's Metroid stream. Because you could hear my reaction to it. But, yeah, so I was grinding. I was, like, grinding off stream. And I was just grinding and stuff. Grinding in the cave up to Titanic Ant. I was just battling stuff, and occasionally, you know, you get a message saying, you got a cookie, do you want to keep it or throw it away? And then you get a yes or no and whatever. And because I got so tough that I was killing people left and right just by walking into them,
yeah.
Essentially what happened is that a message popped up for the cookie, and this had happened several times before, just be out of battle, killing people, a cookie pops up. I say throw it away because I don't want it. But this tent was different. I was playing it, and then it got like a message popped up with the cookie. You found a cookie. So I was like, no. But then it started over, do you want to throw something away? I was like, no. You have found a cookie, but you don't have enough room to carry it. Would you like to make room? I pressed no. Do you want to throw something away? I pressed no. And it just kept cycling forever, no matter what I did, no matter if I wanted to throw something away or not. It would not let me out of it. I was like, well, it's done. So I closed it out. I just closed the emulator out. And then, like, a couple minutes later, I decided to try again to make totally 100% sure that it was a dead playthrough, that I encountered a game-breaking glitch and was incapable of moving on. And it worked fine. Do you want to throw something away? And I was like, sure, so I threw something away and took the cookie, and it was fine. It was one of the weirdest things I've ever seen. Yes, it was quite top kick. What a horrible nightmare. I somehow woke up. Lucas, let's be friends again. Please answer me. I promise to be good, okay?
I think that was during the Metroid Prime 1 stream.
Yeah. It was during that. Ha! I lied.
Yeah.
See you, sucker! And yeah, that was Porky being a total piece of crap. And this is the part of the game where you really can see that Porky's kind of become a piece of crap presence.
Yeah.
Considering out of freaking nowhere, he's just in this random town that you got to. And he seems to have something to do with capturing the person that you're supposed to be saving. So it's already setting him up to be something a little bit bigger. Yeah, let's withdraw. Wait, why should I even do that? I just need to go get Paula. Oh no! Swearing in chat! Do not call yourself a bundle of sticks. That is highly offensive. Even though I don't even think Nightbot's even here. So even if you did, it's not gonna, like, even... Nightbot's not gonna use its hyper sensor on you. Let's throw something away. No. Yes. I swear, it's actually made me a little bit cautious about, picking up cookies in this game.
Huh.
Cause it's like, is it gonna make me do the whole thing over again?
Yeah. Wasn't the whole thing about that, though, because you didn't save?
Yeah, I think it was that I didn't save and there was a cache that was supposed to be cleared after that, and then it wasn't, or something like that. That's what I assume, because this game sort of runs off of caches and, random values that stay put. That's why every time you scroll off screen, like, there's enemies set to spawn, but it's depending on values. The values, like, get jangled every time you scroll off screen, so new enemies pop up, even if they were just right there before you left.
Uh-huh.
And so I'm assuming you could screw up the cache if you figured out a way to make enemies spawn without you leaving the screen. In fact, it would be horrible, because I think they just keep spawning. But anyways, yeah. This game has certain ways that it's set up that isn't like other RPG games. That's why it's so fun to break, because it just absolutely crafts itself.
Yeah.
Alright, now let's free Kumat, using key to the cabin. Thank you, Lucas. You're just like I imagined you would be. I'm sure that some people in Tucson would be worried about me. Getting back there may be dangerous, but we can do combine our strength. I'm able to use a little psychic power. It's actually pretty deadly. Let's head back to Tucson. Absorbs teddy bear. Becomes singularity with Ness. Kumet joined you. What if the key was to another cabin to another girl? It's like an imposter Paula. That's like he chooses the wrong cabin. It's like, I'm not Paula. It's me, Waluigi! And this happens. Picture takes in instantaneously, look at camera, say fuzzy pickles. I don't know if you can hear, but I'm pressing the A button rapidly right now. Alright. Teddy bear is love, teddy bear is life. Now, I don't think it's on the same level as Shrek. Besides, everyone knows that if Shrek were in this game, he'd definitely be the main character. Alright, oh yeah, I'm like almost dead. So, I think at this point the guy at the inn lets you sleep for free or something. Which is great, because then you can just use it without using money. Also notice how the town's all normal, and Tucson's theme is playing. And the cow's not. Blue cow thing wasn't such a great idea after all, huh? Greetings, Lucas. Please forgive my lecture earlier. You're now welcome to stay free of charge. Would you like to stay? Yeah. Excellent. Please make yourself comfortable on your blue sheets. No, I'm just kidding. Isn't that a ROM hack for it? Shrek in this game? I'm sure there's gotta be a Shrek something, but I don't know for this game. I don't know how many, people who are fans of EarthBound are also fans of the Shrek meme phenomenon. Okay, so we got this teddy bear. It's kind of helpful. It's probably Kargaroc. He's got a sore throat. That's why he's not talking a whole lot. Oh, hi-ho. And yeah, there's Saturn again. He says different texts. Oh yeah, another thing we should do is, get Paula some gear. Wait, what am I doing? So withdraw. I don't know, like 500. Frying pan. Yeah. Copper bracelet. Oh no! Hold on, I just noticed something. It's the Japanese number of death. 444. She. Alright. Wait a minute. Did it just... Wait a minute. I think I done screwed up. Hold on. I wasn't paying attention. As usual. Yeah. Guess what? I just bought a copper bracelet. sent it to Ness, sold his copper bracelet for less money. Yeah. Alright, let's withdraw another $100 or so. Yes. Can you buy things for more than you pay? I have no idea. I don't think there's anything where you have that, though. It would be great if there was, because I know in Undertale there's an exploit just like that, where you can buy, I think it's you can buy an item from the antique shop with that turtle dude, and then you go to Tem Village and you could sell it for like twice the amount. And it's great. Alright, what am I doing? Oh, talk. Yes, we want copper bracelet. We want cool mat to do that. Anything else? No. Okay. There's probably some obscure infinite money glitch. Well, technically there is an infinite money exploit, but it just involves playing the game. Because you get money by defeating enemies, typically. So you can just go ahead and defeat endless amounts. You could just, like, hook up a grinding bot and defeat tons of enemies, and you get money every time you do so. So by the time you check it, you could have, like, 999 casheroons. Because I think that's the max. Travel charm. Oh yeah, I could give that travel charm to Paula, but I picked that up. Travel charm. Give. Wait a minute, what does this travel charm even do? I just realized I didn't raise any stats. What does it do? Travel charm must be equipped on your body. Protects you from. Okay. Protects from paralysis. Alright. Never actually checked that. Alright. Let's. What are we? Let's see how underleveled I am. Cause even though Paula sounds like she's ready to go home, she ain't ready to go home. No. Cause we got lots, and I mean lots, of stuff to do. Involving getting through that freaking cave in the back of this town. Let's record. And every time I've done this, grinding Paula and everything is like the freaking slowest thing ever. So, if my calculations are correct, then I think this'll have to wait before I like do the thing. Go home? You're here forever, yeah. You're gonna have to live here, Paula. Live here in this cave with all these moles and these bears. Sleep in the puddles. It'll be great. So Diamond Eyes like it's super messed up when you think. Yeah, Diamond Eyes is because there's a thing in this. There's a status in this game called Diamond Eyes, and it's basically exactly the same as Fainted. Only your character isn't a ghost; they're just a crystal. And it's basically they just get turned into diamond, and they're no longer functional. Woo! Look at all those levels. It's not gonna stay that way forever, though. Oh no, the cave music. It's Sonic.exe! Because if you all know that good old Sonic and his EXE, the fact that in the Sonic.exe ROM, they used music from this cave as the music of spooky Sonic.exe when it first starts. Like, the first level of that game is this music. So it's become infamously known as Sonic.exe music, despite it not actually being so. And it kind of makes me angry that people misrecognize it as original music when it's not. I'm just gonna grind on these moles because they're the easiest out here. Yeah, and the music kind of sounds like Gygus. Fun fact, interesting thing I learned about having the EarthBound sound font, so I can make like EarthBound songs in the sound font, is that you want to know what this instrument is. There's only one instrument in this whole song. And you want to know what it is. Want to know what is so spooky about it. The instrument that's the only thing that plays this song is just the jingle bells. It's just jingle bells at the like lowest possible notes. That's it. It's not anything spooky, it's not like it's using the Gygus sound font. It's just jingle bells turned way down. Cause I was screwing around with the like musics and whatever, and typical Logic Pro X doesn't have a jingle bell sound, amazingly. It doesn't make any sense because you'd think it would, but it doesn't. So I was like messing around with the EarthBound one, and I accidentally had it on the lowest note, and hit one. I was like, hey, that sounds like the cave theme. And yeah, it was. I recreated pretty much note for note because it was so freaking easy. Yeah, it sounds more like cymbals, but when you speed it up, it's literally just like a little jingle of jingle bells. I guess we can go ahead and save. What am I doing? Just want to save because if we run into a bear or whatever, we could get into a hot mess real fast. Because even at this level, I don't think Ness is gonna be able to stand a bear, but let's try it. Let's just go ahead and rush forth recklessly after defeating these moles. Nice thing about these guys, though, is that unlike the mice in the first dungeon, these guys usually just, like, waste turns. PSI Thunder A. Yeah, but the bears get okay after a certain point. Because they don't do as much attack. Also, when this teddy bear dies, we might be in trouble. Because Paula's not gonna be able to do a whole lot without it. It's basically, the teddy bear is the wall between her and the enemy. Yeah. Present, a croissant. Also, I like the human bones. That's not disconcerting. Is there a present down here or some crap? No, it's just bears. Of course. Oh, let's fight a bat. BRB, okay. Oh! No! Teddy! Rip teddy bear. You were good. And now the wall has been fallen. It's not a good thing because... no, Paula can die real fast. We don't pay attention. Oh, snap, smash. Yeah, but I don't think... I'm assuming that if I get into a fight with a bear, it's just gonna be totally the worst thing, so I'm probably... After I get out of this cave again, I'm probably just gonna call it for this part of EarthBound. And then I'll do some off-screen grinding, and then come back, and everything will be fine. But yeah, this part usually just kind of takes slow with its grinding, because you get a new character. Of course, they're level 1. I don't actually know what it means when it gets strange. I think it just, like, gets confused, and it has confused status where it occasionally, like, either hits itself or hits major attack on other people, or whatever. Felt a little strange. But if you hit it once, it goes back to normal, so I don't know what's up with that. Oh, frick. See what I mean about Kumatora, or freaking Kumat dying. She almost died there. So yeah. Got it. She got nothing. Yeah, I think it's safe to go ahead and leave off on here.
So what are you gonna play next?
Probably just play a little bit of Pokemon Green version. If anything,
Yeah.
just finish the St. Anne ship. Oh,
I
frick.
wish Gmod multiplayer worked.
Yeah, seriously. I still don't know how that works, by the way. Like, I tried to look up a walkthrough video on it and got lost halfway through, so I was like, screw it. Hold on, wait a minute. I called my dad, and then he calls me back, saying that I've been on the game for 2 hours. Even though it hasn't actually been 2 hours, it's just because save states. Sure. Blah, 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 blah.